Let me show you how this piece of paper here allowed us to turn a negative into a positive. In this home, we had to do a bunch of drops in order to get the HVAC around. Let me show you kind of what we did. As you can see here, we have all this piping inside this area. The issue was we had all these trunk lines that needed to come out in order to service the top floor with air conditioning and heat. Now, originally, typical what a builder will do is he'll just run a drop along the outside, wherever the piping is going to be, and it would end up being above here as well. And you're going to have this ugly header. Instead, what we did is we took this sort of negative and we turned it into a positive. We took the whole kitchen and we dropped the entire ceiling. So when it's finished, it will look nice and level. We actually also dropped the entry, even though we actually had no need to. The reason we did that is when you see this living room, which is all open concept, this area over here is going to have no drop. It's actually going to create basically a virtual wall because of this drop and this drop to give it sort of its own space. Now, some of you guys are probably like, well, Jag, what about this pipe? What about this pipe? What about that pipe? Let me show you exactly why that piece of paper shows how we're able to turn a negative into a positive. If you can see, these are all lined up, okay? They're perfectly spaced. If I come over to this drawing, you're gonna see each one of these right here is gonna be a faux wood beam. They're gonna basically cover each one of these pipes. So inside this drop, we're gonna have this beautiful detail on the ceiling of these faux wood beams, which will look really nice. So not only do we end up not looking like we have any drop at all, we're also still be able to get the air in the right spots that we need. And we've also, thanks to the designer, this was her idea, great idea, to do these faux wood beams is gonna actually add another detail to the home just to make it look a little bit nicer. So sometimes even though you've got negative issues or there may be problems on the site, always see, can I turn that into a positive?